Hey, what's up everybody? It's Vids, and we're back for some more Pyre Community RITE Night, which means of course some good old-fashioned multiplayer Pyre, featuring first and foremost none other than the members of the RITE Club Discord server, the place for all things multiplayer Pyre. And if you're interested in getting more involved in multiplayer Pyre, then look no further, because you can join said Discord group by clicking on, one moment, I was about to misspell that link right there. But those of you in chat, you are not off the hook. No, because you see the red circle with the white L below chat? You click on that and you'll find all the various requests that you can make today, including things ranging from selecting players' exiles, masteries, songs, arenas, even Titan stars are all fair game. So, without further ado, let's hop into versus mode here. Also, for what it's worth, stay tuned for an very important announcement at the end of today's stream as well. Definitely do not want to miss that. But as for the here and the now, we're looking for a couple of people to get us started today. I will hop into Discord, which I have now done, so I should be good to go. Macaw says, ready to play the video game. So it sounds like we have Macaw as one of our two players. Let me just double check if anyone else has already stated that they want to start things off. Lilac has as well. Okay, so I think in that case, it's looking like it's going to be Macaw and Lilac as our lead matchup here today. And thank you everybody for stopping by. Hope you all are doing well. How is everyone? Macaw, Lilac, Phaler, Corn. Good to see you all. Okay, let me get the invites out to these two. We shall see if Steam Remote Play decides to play nice or not. We can only hope. Sometimes we can only hope. Alright, invite headed your way, Macaw. Lilac, you should be getting an invite as well. Admittedly, I did not double check to see if I had any Steam updates today, so... Oh, but that's an encouraging sound, though, from Macaw.
Gamers.
Hello, gamers.
Hello. I was gonna say, is there anyone else that would like... my internet has been having an unpleasant track record, so if this doesn't work, is there anyone that wants to be, like, a backup for me?
We may need someone to hop in case Lilac's internet does not cooperate.
But I'm crossing all my fingers.
Okay.
I'm crossing all of them. All my fingers are crossed.
All 17 of them.
Exactly.
Where did you get the other 7?
The question is, where did you get the other 7?
You mean you guys don't all have
I
your
don't
own
know,
personal
because I don't
finger
have-
collections? Alright, I'm gonna drop this bit because it got very strange very quickly. I don't think I want to double down on this one.
Okay, it seems to be working.
Okay, well, I will cross
internet
my
gods are
17
smiling.
fingers as well and knock on wood. Alright, let me just make sure. Looks like you guys have controls. That's good to see. Okay. Baylor does have his 7 spare fingers in his finger drawer. Oh no. Okay, like I said, let's not double down on this one. I think there are better bits to double down on instead. Alright, well, let us know if there is anything we'd like to do to get us started today, request-wise. If not, then of course, as always, we can leave it up to the players to go with whatever they like. And it should be that, yeah, we have one person on controller, one person on keyboard mouse, so we should know definitively who is who here. So I'll start setting up your information. Macaw. Lilac. And which triumvirates would you two like to play today?
I will be the Chastity.
Okay. What are you thinking, Macaws?
True Night Wings, please.
That works on my end.
Always with the True Nightwings. You need some variety in your diet.
I mean, some would say, in fact, I think the vast majority would say that they have the best raiments in the downside, so you can't knock that. Alright, not seeing any requests from chat, though.
Would say that.
Nor am I hearing any retorts
I do have a
in response to that comment. So we're gonna keep on going so
Yeah.
that no one disputes that claim. Oh, wait, did I throw on a sermon intro? Technically, we are supposed to have a sermon intro for the first one. The reason Orlek was gone for years because he was sowing sick drip? Exactly. Precisely.
The time is nigh, exiles. You stand upon the cairn of Haub. You have this opportunity to prove your worth. Only the righteous shall emerge victorious. True Nightwings, stand prepared. The Chastity, stand prepared.
Okay. So we have Macaws and we have Lilac here to start things off. No requests from chat for our first match, so this one is going to be all up to the players to go with whatever they would like. Which for Macaws means a can singularity on Messenger Imp. Was quite surprised when it turned out Orlek also has a flying cart. Used it once. Well, it turns out when you've been kicked down a gigantic mountain and you don't have ready access to that cart to get back up, it does take a long time to get back to the top. And at that point, much of the plot of the overarching game may or may not have already taken place, and at which point there isn't much opportunity to ride around in said flying cart. Blackheart Gareth in the second spot for Lilac. Koss went with Lendl in that second spot.
Scribe Snuff is gone.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oops. I need to get I wrote her on the call. Oops.
Sir Gilman.
Well, of
Oopsies.
course, there is the old-fashioned approach of just swapping around which character within that given class you end up using. Yeah, whether he was in the process of constructing the cart over the course of the first 75% of the plot, or whether he was just physically crawling back up the mountain, I could not say. But one way or another, he was a little preoccupied for much of the storyline. Also, probably something about the whole healing his nearly deadly wounds thing, which I hear is a thing. Here's Infinite Stamina Tizo in the last spot for Lilac. So here we go for our first match of the night, and that's a bunch of banishments. In fact, enough so that Lilac is defenseless, so an opportunity for an uncontested 15 damage throw from Macaws.
The orb is taken.
There's the can singularity activating and achieving what Macaws probably set out to achieve, banishing all of Lilac's exiles in the process, so once again setting up an uncontested throwing opportunity.
What's this I hear of a special announcement? Hello? Oh, there we
The
go.
demon Oralek.
There is Orlek plunging in for 25. Well, stay tuned.
Tis too close to call who shall prevail as yet.
I'm intrigued. I'm a little frightened, but I'm also intrigued.
That's what we like to hear, I think. Something along those lines. Throw from Macaws has just enough on it. Once again, it's 15 damage from the worm, and though he's had a lot of those, but with them only amounting to 15 damage, it does take a few of them before they start to add up.
Aim was true.
But perhaps they are now starting to do just that.
Now to the flame. That was the last of them. Ah, yes.
Ooh, that time, Orb was right on top of Lilac's Pyre. Don't know that Macaws would have plunged if he were able to, like they would have preferred to have thrown in. Although on this occasion,
Devious man.
similar situation, just it's Lendl this time round, and he of course has 20 damage rather than the 15 we saw from all of the Gilman scores. So in a way, almost preferable.
Sir Gilman threw it
But
in.
we're back to Gilman here. Healthy diet of worms
Scathed.
and implosions to set up those worms.
The orb flies true.
And one more of those may very well be all that Macaws needs here.
Just once more. A rude predicament for the chastity.
And with that throw, Macaws takes the win.
The true night wings prevail.
GG.
GG.
'Twas as though the scribes themselves stood by their side.
GG.
Well played, you
Thus
two.
end this night's proceedings.
Alright, well let's head on back
Until the next rite.
and let us know if there's anything we'd like to see for the next one.
I think I can handle like one more, but my internet is starting to get mad at me.
Okay. Alright, well in that case that means we may be looking for someone to take Lilac's place in the near future, so heads up, if anyone would like to get in, we may be calling your name soon. So let us know if anyone would like to take Lilac's place, but for at least one more match here between Macaws
Does
and
anyone
Lilac.
want to volunteer as tribute?
Yeah. Perhaps someone from District, what is it, 14? I don't know, it's been a little while. I think that was the district. Okay.
I think you added another one.
Hmm?
Like, I think there was only 13 districts in the
Oh. Were there? Oops.
You just made up another whole district.
There's a new district, and that's where all they do is volunteer as tribute.
One for each
It's
finger
the-
Lilac has.
Exactly, right? That's just how you do it.
Wait, first it was 17 fingers, now it's 14
Well, I thought we
fingers?
established that you, somewhat surprisingly, do not have 17 fingers, and so the only logical conclusion from there to draw is that you must have 14.
I have some bad news. I only have 10.
Wait, what? You mean you don't have...
Disappointing.
You mean you don't even have 12?
Not even 12. I have exactly 10.
You hearing this, Macaws?
I'm sorry.
This is absurd.
Wild.
Absolutely wild. Also, almost as wild as this next match, which is going to take place at none other than the Isle of Kalamer, courtesy of a Corncob request, who is also
I see.
volunteering to take Lilac's place once Lilac is ready to swap out.
Many thanks.
Alright, so why don't we get this one started then?
I am eternally grateful to you, Leo Corncob.
The true Night Wings versus the Chastity. Welcome.
Alright.
Who shall conduct the rites?
So the only request here was the arena. Everything else is still up to the players. There'll be a quick throwing Bertrude in the first spot for Macaws. Answered with a quick throwing Bertrude in the first spot for Lilac. Now a leeching Udmilda in the second spot for Macaws. I'm sensing a bit of a pattern here. Maybe this is just me. But I can't help but feel like we're seeing an awful lot of crones in this match. Not only from Macaws, but from Lilac as well. And then Lilac immediately breaks out the crone salute, turning all of Macaws' previous crones into defenseless howlers, and that sets up this uncontested, or at least functionally uncontested, 25 damage plunge. Now Macaws has it, and has room to set up this throw, and that lands for 30. And now it is Macaws returning the favor, but with Stubborn Flame, does mean that this throw is going to only be worth 20 points. Unfortunately for Macaws, that number does not get multiplied by how many times you complete a revolution before releasing the throw. As demonstrated there. And so normally, this would be within territory, within striking range for Macaws with one score, but with that Stubborn Flame, we know that is not the case.
Now then, come on.
As that's 20 damage, plus some leech on top of it, but now at this point, it means one score might be all that Macaws needs. I think my game might have just tabbed out for some reason for a second there.
Hello?
But should be tabbed back in now. Don't know what that was all about.
I can't control anyone.
What the heck? 1 second.
Uh-oh.
What was that? Let me just see. And it still says your controls are enabled for both of you. Let me just do a quick check on Macaws' end. Better? Okay. Nice. Do you guys want me to give you a countdown, or do we just want to take it from here?
Wait. I can pass.
Oh.
I cannot move. I don't have a cursor.
Ah. Just double check. Okay, this is me tabbing back in. All right.
Wait, there we go. There we go.
Okay. Well, I guess we're good.
It's fixed.
Not sure what that was all about, but a little Steam remote play magic for all of us. Just to keep us on our toes. Well, everyone is down on Lilac's side, and Macaws moves the crones into the middle, loses a few of them in the process, but with that plunge, gets the deciding score.
GG.
GG.
Also, in a confusing turn of events, when you pulled that little tabbing out thing, that made my internet work a little better.
Okay.
Until the next.
Do we want to give it one more shot then?
For
Want to go for one more match?
Sure, one more match.
Dare we tempt fate? Alright, well in that case, if there is anything we'd like to see...
Actually, wait, it's freezing. Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Maybe, maybe not?
Wait, no, it's back to normal. I think I'm still good for one more.
Okay. So in that case, if there is anything else we'd like to see between Macaws and Lilac, this likely would be our last chance to make that happen. And so Lilac says, fair enough, let's turn Customize off for randomized exiles, masteries, and talismans. Oh, but Lilac just beat Corn to the punch here. Corn, who is trying to say first character must be a worm. We can do it for the next one, Corn. That may very well end up being a match that you are in, which may or may not have been what you had in mind. Who knows? Maybe with Customize off we'll see a random worm in the first spot, but of course it will be random, as this is all up to the game itself, as we'll get randomly assigned exiles, masteries, and talismans, and won't even get to see what those things are in advance. We're just going to get thrown straight into the action. So let's see. I think I just heard imps. Yeah, we're back at the Isle of Kalamer. I think I remembered to reset that, but there is a worm on Macasa's side. It is not in the lead spot, though. Instead, oh, I don't know if Lilac can move. The fact that Lilac has not yet moved is a concerning sign. Oh, okay. So it is a worm, an imp, and a sap for Macaws. As Macaws throws that in for 14. What is... Okay. Just taking a little while before it registers maybe on Lilac's side. But I think we saw Can Singularity, the visual effect of that, on Lilac's side, as Lilac has a Harp, Demon, and Savage. Yeah, it's the Stowaway. Throw, good for 15 for Macaws. I think the Stowaway also has web feet. Let's see what else we can learn. Stowaway gets cornered, banished in the process as Macaws moves in with Volfred, but not enough time to get off the throw. Lady River.
It has gone in.
That throw is good for 11. Toxiana. Now the Stowaway. Macaws sneaking around. That throw might not have enough on it. Oh, and Macaws gets the orb right next to Lilac's Pyre, plunges in for 25. Yeah, that's the tricky thing is, we had, for a long time, thought that the Bottled Void was one of the worst talismans in the game. That was maybe in large part because we didn't really know how to make it work, how to do various combos with it. So our collective opinion of it definitely has increased as of late, when you can plan around it. But with Customize off matches, of course, all that stuff is out of your control, and maybe it's more like the old Bottled Void in that case. And with that throw, Macaws has enough damage to take the win. GG.
GG.
And with that, I must liberate myself for my own sanity. But thank you for the games.
Thanks for
Thanks for
stopping
the
by,
rides.
Lilac.
Thank you. Farewell.
Fare thee well. Alright, so then I think we had Corn in line for the next spot. If you are still interested and available, Corn. Oh, true, and Corn does have the request for the worm in the first spot. Hello! Also, for what it's worth, would you prefer that we refer to you by your Twitch name of Corn or your Discord/Steam name of Leo? Is that better?
Since we already have Core we gotta pick something other than corn.
I was gonna say, I might be biased in this. I might have my own personal preferences. Not to force my own opinion on you, but if you don't care, selfishly, I would probably prefer Leo to make it easier to distinguish.
Yeah. That's fine.
Okay. Well, in that case, Leo does still have the worm request for the character in the first spot, and let me actually get you an invite out here as well. We had a little bit of trouble last week, but fingers crossed and knocking on wood that it's going to be better this time around. Oh, I'm not seeing you on Steam at the moment, though. You might still need to log
I
on.
just logged on,
Okay,
but I could try
gotcha.
exiting it and starting again if it doesn't work.
Let me see. Oh, right. There we are. I think I may have... After having just talked about Corn and Leo, I think I was just looking for the name Leo and then realized, no, on Steam it's Corn.
Let's hope it works this week. I was able to... It did not work.
Uh-oh.
I was able to join with other players fairly quickly, but last week with you it didn't work, but with everyone else it did.
Uh-oh. Alright, well, hopefully that time was just a fluke. And this is not an indication of future issues. Let's try another invite.
Failed again.
Oh no. That's not good. I mean, I can try restarting Steam on my end. As I said, I did not check for any Steam updates.
So I was with my testing last week. I don't think that any finagling does anything. It
Yeah.
just there's no pattern. So like restarting Steam doesn't seem to do anything.
Okay. So what I'm hearing is either we accept
Just
that it
try a
doesn't
few
work
times and
at the beginning, or we
eventually
brute
give
force
up.
it.
Yeah. Failure.
Well, we'll give it at least a few attempts of brute force.
May the pyres burn on, and we may try again. It worked!
Hey! I'm knocking on wood. Alright. We may have Leo in this time round. Fingers crossed, hopefully. I feel like maybe we just keep it simple for this one and just make sure that we can actually get a match started before we start pulling any fancy levers or doing any special tricks here. But which triumvirate would you like to be, Leo?
The tempers.
Tempers. There we are. Okay. Brute force saves the day again. Apparently, at least well, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves here. Let's get this match started.
The true night wings shall
We'll be at the
now
Pit of Malith.
face the tempers.
And no requests from chat. So, team
Who shall
composition
conduct the rites?
is all
were
up
we-
to you.
Were we doing the worm first?
Oh right,
request?
no, my apologies. That is true. We had the worm first request that was in the queue before.
Sedelia.
What does third... Oh, I'll just read it. Oh! I have no idea what that does.
It's
This
a
specific
little,
character.
yeah, it's a little different for each character. For Worm specifically, it's gonna, I think it lets him leave a big, slightly longer snail trail, something slash range.
That's what presence does. Maybe they're the same thing.
There's a slight difference for worm specifically between presence and the Thorned Knot effect. But I forget which one increases the length of the trail versus maybe the radius of the actual explosion itself. That might be the difference between them, but someone else can speak to this better than I can.
We have the world's greatest worm player in chat, so he
Sir
can elucidate us.
Gilman.
Baylor says Thorned Knot makes bigger boom, Presence makes longer trail.
Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't realize you could improve the size of the Aura Blast. I thought it was fixed.
Yeah,
There
worm's
are-
crazy.
There are a
Oh,
couple
no,
of...
I can't do both of those together.
It's, what, worms and imps, I think, are the two classes we tend to see people take the Thorned Knot on most often. Obviously, it's not one of the most common talismans we see people choose to take, but it does happen. It's not coming completely out of nowhere. Greater Cleave also does this on the worm.
Sap.
So then Titan Tooth on Palmus for Leo's second selection.
Oh wow, that's gonna be cool. I'm gonna get. I'm really bad at defending against hers.
It's a Banishing Throw Barker. That's Makos's last choice. Oh, and have you two played each other before? I'm not sure if I've asked, or I don't remember.
Not on
this.
stream.
Not on stream, at least?
Yeah, we played for about an hour or two on quick matches the other night.
Okay. So they do have at least some experience playing against each other.
Joe Dariel.
Here we go. Makos against Leo.
Oh,
Oh.
forgot to set my controls. We'll need
Oh.
to check what they are.
One moment.
Is this mouse presets?
Wait, are you... Honestly, I don't even remember. Leo, do you play on keyboard mouse or are you on controller?
Yeah, I use a keyboard and I normally use WASD, but okay, so this is the mouse presets, right? Mouse button.
You can switch to WASD if you want.
Okay, we have to check if the controller is okay then, because that changes. When I click WASD presets, it changes the controller
Right,
settings as
Makos,
well.
can you just wiggle your controller for a second?
And wiggling. Nothing's happening.
It's weird. Wait. Makos, if you press the controls button, If it-
I'm pressing my joystick. Nothing's
it
happening.
doesn't let... What? One's...
Did you change any controls? Are you on the default?
I think we just roll with this for now. There is a chance that... Unpause, pause again, maybe? Makos, why don't you pause? And now if you go controls... Let's just make sure...
Right,
Yeah, those ones. Let's just override those with that stuff, exactly. Okay. That should set us up safely. Okay.
Great. Let's go back to the start.
Oh, good throw. That's pretty much as close to the center as you can get. Do you want me to give you guys a countdown from the pause menu?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go 3, 2, 1, go. And on go, I'll hit resume. 3, 2, 1, go. There we go. Okay. So now Makos against Leo here. They have played each other at least a little bit off stream, but this may be the first time we're seeing them face each other on stream.
Now to the flame.
Oh,
True. For Makos, the quick throw lands. For a second there, it looked like it might have just been slightly off target, but it does hit the mark.
Tis taken.
oh, I didn't think that would get me.
It's the extra radius, bigger explosion from the worm cast. Might take some getting used to. There is The Titan Tooth.
Oh. Are
Stunning
we having
recall.
controller problems? I didn't throw it in the Pyre because of the control problems. Because you were trying to switch and it was failing to switch? Is that correct or no?
I think we should have fixed that.
Okay, then we're fine.
I wasn't having issues.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I saw the line between the two characters and thought that there was a failure of controls.
No, you hit me with Titan Tooth.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Let's keep going. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, wow.
It's a big, especially in a small arena like this. It's a big cast. That may be one of the main reasons why Macaws opted to go that route with his worm. Leo has it back here.
Oh.
Bertrude gets the banishment, and the throw this time is a little bit off to the side.
Poor little bug-eyed worm.
Leo able to retrieve. And now gets 15 damage plus 10 leech from that worm throw.
The orb is up.
Oh, that was fast. Wow.
This time Macaws plunges for 20 with his cur, but does lose Barker in the process, as he did not have prayer beads. He's the one with the vanishing throws talisman. Ooh, a nifty little side step there.
Ah, what? That was amazing.
Little War of the Worms in the middle. But opportunity here, uncontested scoring opportunity for Leo to throw that one in for 15 and once again get 10 leech back from the worm, so net 25 points of value.
Oh, I didn't jump far enough. Oh, what? Oh, right. That my character didn't die there. Ooh, nice.
The orb is taken.
Deluge. Trying to find some space and just enough on that throw.
That was cool.
Leo's
Oh, that's not
turn.
close enough.
That one's off the mark. Now Barker, banishing throws, gets rid of one of the defenders, but Leo still able to get it back, but Macaws gets the stop. Now looking to move through with Bertrude, but she's banished. Make it
That was
Barker.
amazing.
He'll plunge.
I should have shielded. Oh,
And
that
Bertrude
was great. Well done.
plunges in for the win.
The true night wings prevail.
GG.
GG.
They
I,
vacillate
halfway through that, I was
outnumbered
thinking this would be the first Right Night game that I would win. That was so good.
Proceedings.
Well played, you two. All right, well, let's head on back. And we do have a
Until
new
the
request.
next rite.
Oh! Little reversal there. Plus, oh, wait. Oh, this is a very interesting combination. Okay. I mean, we could try that second part, Lilac. I feel like it depends a bit on which archetypes we get, because some are a little narrower than others, and there's a chance players might get locked out of some of the things that they need to perform those archetypes. Because some of them you can basically interpret however you'd like, but there are a few that require more specific things. And if it just so happens that all of them get banned, then suddenly, it doesn't really work. So maybe, I think we can still make this happen though. So what Lilac said is, we could try, and then I'll give the players the option to re-roll archetype if they think that it just straight out doesn't work. But I like this concept. It's interesting, so I feel like we should give it a shot, even if there's a chance it won't work. So the idea is, Lilac says we'll use the bot in Discord to pick 6 exiles. However, those are not the 6 exiles you are taking. Those are 6 exiles that will be banned in the next match. So that's one component. We will have 6 exiles that are banned. And Lilac, just to clarify, will be 6 exiles that will be banned for both players. Neither player is able to use any of these 6 exiles. Is that right? Not like we're splitting that up. Okay. 6 exiles banned for both players. So why don't we start with that, and then that much is definitely doable. There's a second part that we may or may not be able to combine with that. But would either of you like to roll the exiles?
Yeah. What's the...
It
There's a
is
shortcut for
question...
pick 3.
Oh, yeah, if you do 3 might give you, like, talismans as well.
We can just ignore the talismans. I'll just consider the exiles.
Alright, my Discord is being really buggy today, so I cannot really tab over to it. But
Rookie, Dalbert, and Volfrid are banned on my end.
Okay. Well, it'll be...
Or for both of us, rather.
Yeah, it'll be for both of you. And then Leo, if you want to do 3? Okay, there we go.
We have...
No curs allowed.
All 3 curs, and then Witch, Mildy, and some...
Raji. That's the generic imp.
Imp
okay,
from the
I can't
Fates.
tell what class they are.
So that is all 3 curs banned, 1 crone, 1 sap, and 1 imp.
Oh, I thought it was 6 types of exile. So there's only 3 remaining types.
I think it's specific characters like what we've done right here. So I think we have it. We have that component all set. Now I'm just trying to do the mental calculus in my brain of, are there any, really just a question of memory, are there any archetypes that would require curs, because that's the one thing that is at this point strictly banned? I think we should still be okay here. So Lilac says, let's now, with those bans in mind, roll archetypes for both players, and if either of you feel like the archetype you've gotten is just completely impossible, then we can re-roll it and give you a new one. Although, as I said, I think we should be okay here regardless. And Leo, have you done an archetypes match yet? I don't remember if we did when we last had you. What was that? Sorry?
I've never heard of this. I've
Okay.
never heard of this.
So
I'll just follow your instructions.
Yes, I can give you the explanation. No worries. So basically, what archetypes are is rather than giving you a strict, precise request that you must follow that says, like, you must take this specific exile, talisman, mastery, so on and so forth. Instead, it's a little bit more open-ended than that. It is sort of like a theme. Things like speed/mobility, in which case, if that is your archetype, then there are any of a number of ways you can choose to interpret that, but however you want to approach having a team that is oriented around speed/maneuverability, you can execute that however you see fit. So I have a list of what is 33 of these different archetypes. Some are more straightforward than others, the speed/maneuverability being a good example of one that is quite simple and straightforward. Others that are a little more abstract than that. Some are based more around the way that you set up your team with your characters, talismans, and masteries. Others might be based a little bit more on how you actually execute in the match itself, your strategy, your style of play. So they differ a little bit in that way as well. So typically what we do is I have a list of these 33 different archetypes, each of which has a name and a short description to describe what that concept is all about. And what I will do is I will use a random number generator to randomly roll 1 through 33 and use that to randomly assign an archetype to each player. So that way you'll get one of these random archetypes and I'll send it to you in a direct message on Discord. That way you get it, but your opponent does not know what your archetype was. So you can think about, strategize how you want to set up your team and execute on that archetype. Your opponent does not know what you're going for. It could be that you have the same archetype. It could be that one person, it could be any of a number of matchups, of course. But that is the idea. And then if you have any questions about interpreting the archetype, like, hey, what did you mean by this, Lids? Then you can just message me in Discord, and that way I can answer your question without revealing what your archetype is to your opponent. So that's the way that it works. Does that make sense? Any questions about that?
That makes sense. Let's go.
Perfect. All right, let's do it. So in that case, let me just pull up a random number generator. So basically, I have these 33 different archetypes, and some of them are a little more open-ended than others, which means you have more room to interpret it however you see fit. The fact that we are still looking to ban those 6 exiles we were looking at before, there's a chance that, my archetype really required that I have curs, and we can't access curs at all in this match. I don't think that's going to happen, but if either of you feel like that is going to be a problem, then let me know and we can re-roll an archetype for you. But I have rolled the first one here for, let's see, player 1 is Makos, right? So I'll DM you your archetype. Now let me roll for Leo. All right, send you your archetype, Leo. So let me know if either of you have any questions about how to interpret your archetypes. But remember, these are supposed to be pretty open-ended. There's no right or wrong answer. It should be an important component of how you set up your team. It doesn't need to be every single possible way to set up your archetype, but it should be one of your key approaches. Let's load into an arena here, just because that might affect how one or both of you wants to execute this archetype.
The true knight
For
wins.
example, the largest arena in the game
The tempers
might make you change your mind a little bit.
welcome. Who
I
shall
cannot
conduct
move my guy.
the rites?
If you pause, Makos, does that do
I am
anything?
pressing start. It's not pausing.
Okay, that is not... Oh, wait, what about now? I might have been tapped out? No, I shouldn't have been.
Nope.
If I click on the window, maybe it'll help. Now go.
Nope.
Dang.
Uh-oh. Alright, we can do... let's start with the unplug, replug strategy.
Oh, I'm
or
moving.
whatever you just did.
Literally nothing, but there we go.
Perfect. Except maybe not. I'd almost prefer that there was a solution
So
rather than just random
I
chance.
think it's that you tabbed away and came back, Lids.
Maybe? So, admittedly, I did not double check, but did either of you have any questions with your archetypes, or are both of you good to go?
Oh,
Good.
mine's pretty straightforward.
Okay. Of course, don't don't reveal anything.
Oh, I mean, mine is very convoluted.
He is the most complex of all the archetypes. I think that's exactly what he meant to say. So remember that in addition to these archetypes, we had what? All of the Curs banned, Volfred banned. Who else was it? Raji.
Is there something that makes this cast faster, or is it... Oh, right. Thorned Knot is cast bigger, not faster. Yeah.
Yeah. Not for harps, I don't think.
Oh, okay. Then I'll do my standard defensive one. I'm consistently surprised whenever Celestial Spike gets you while you're in the air.
Celestial Spike is just... It's really strong.
Yeah. I think it has to do with it only gets characters that catch the orb while they're in the air, and not characters that don't catch the orb while they're in the air. No, okay, I've got to respond in kind.
So it's a Banishing Throw Stowaway. Now, it is typically at this point, once you've both taken two characters that are remind you, if you feel like you've done it enough to set up your archetype, then you may have done just that. You may not need to go any further along those lines, but if you feel like you haven't quite done enough yet to set it up, then of course, by all means, you can go all in if you'd like. It should be important, but it doesn't have to be every possible source of...
Is this character banned? No, he's not. Okay.
No. It was... I think of the modded exiles, it might have only been Raji.
Mm-hmm. Just Raji.
Here it is.
Well, here we go. This left to go.
Commence.
So it is an archetypes match for the first time for Leo,
Glory
as
first to the
Makos
true
gets it started with a 30
Nightwings.
damage throw from
Oh, a lot
Ignorance.
further throw than I thought that you could do. Oh,
The orb.
So both players randomly assigned an archetype. We'll see how they choose to implement it here, as once again it is the Demon Throw, good for 30.
oh, jeez.
Ametha,
Glorious.
Oh,
she'll find her way in for 20.
so bad at defending against that.
Your victory's at hand. Oof.
Teleported to the orb, but Stowaway went down after arriving there. Leo has the portal covered here. Now the portal moves, but Makos still able to find a way through it. Here's Pamitha, and with that plunge, Makos takes the win.
True Nightwings
I
prevail.
forgot you can fly through portals.
Their adversaries
GG.
must be
Portals are
crying
crazy.
tears of
Yeah, there are some
shame.
pretty advanced portal strats that
The right is
flying,
ended.
jumping through the portal, including the angle through which you jump through the portal, that's a thing too.
Yeah.
Until the stars align.
Alright, well
It was
played,
way
you two.
faster than I thought it would be.
Well, if you'd like to share your archetypes, you are welcome to do so.
My archetype was salute centrism.
That's a fun one. Yeah.
I didn't really use it. I tried to do saluting, and like sometimes I would do it on the wrong trigger, and it would like do nothing.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, it's rough. I had portals. Emphasize using portals.
Oh, that makes sense.
Both of you with some of the most complex of archetypes. He says sarcastically.
It reminds me of a tournament I want to run in a LARP where you can only do stabs, and I'm calling it the poker tournament.
Alright, well let us know if there's anything you guys would like us to do for the next one. Otherwise, of course, as always, we can just leave it up to the players to go with whatever they'd like. That works too. Lilac is turning Customize off here. That covers most of the stuffs outside of a song or an arena. If we want to do either of those things, let us know if we do. Alright, don't think I'm seeing anything else though. So let's get started.
The true Nightwings shall take on the
So it's a
Templars.
cur, a savage, and a harp for Makos. It is an imp, a savage, and a sap for Leo.
Oh, how did I drop the orb? What?
Fairy spirit as well. Which Leo picks up here with Gareth, but Gareth goes down. Notably, we do have, what, at least
Oh,
one
actual-
character who
oh my
was banned in the previous match showing up here, which is fitting. I think that's webbed feet on Gareth? Or was that the stowaway? Vengeful Vow as well.
Oh my gosh.
Definitely Gareth with webbed feet. Okay. What else can we learn here? I think it might be on both of them. Both the savages. The Harp Salute on Zoxiana for Macaws.
Oh, this is a really engaging game.
Sneaks that throw in there. That's 14.
I ran out of stamina. That was great. Oh, you should have exploded. What? You have Vengeful Vow. Oh, what the heck? How are you respawning so quickly?
Brilliantly done.
It's a quick 20 damage plunge for the Stowaway for Macaws. But it does mean she's gone in this round.
The orb is
That
up.
does mean there's a little more room for Leo to work with here, and whether intentionally or not, Macaws did kind of push Leo closer to the pyre. For a second I thought that was going to turn into a plunge, but it was still a throw. This is a plunge, though,
That
from the
was
Stowaway.
insane.
Into the adversary's flame.
That throw, just enough on it from Macaws, but had to cut it short. It's just 11 damage there. Now Messenger Imp trying to sneak through, but gets banished. Zoxiana for Macaws switches places with the Stowaway, but the Stowaway goes down. Leo has a very dangerous portal and gets the throw in. That's good for 18.
I don't think you could even see the other side of the portal there.
It was very well hidden. Palmas does just enough to avoid banishment, at least initially.
Dang.
Now it's Dalbert. His throw is intercepted. Here's Gareth. He's down.
Oh, characters cannot throw very fast.
Dalbert blocked. And banishes one, and with Explosive Temper, it does help.
I just sap moved into your thing.
Once more like that, and we are finished here.
One more score could be all that Macaws needs, but of course Leo does have a sap, may have some rekindling. We don't really know, because of course this is customized off, and we didn't see the setup. Zoxiana switching in to the Stowaway. There is rekindling. It's 30, which means it's 10 from the Mastery and 20 from a Talisman as well. You don't see that very often. Also think we might have actually seen the Stowaway had extra damage on that throw. It wasn't relevant on that occasion, but there is a chance she has more than the usual 20. As Leo, nearly snuck through there,
Oh my gosh.
but instead it's the Stowaway plunging. And now at this point, one score likely all that Macaws would need. But Leo is in possession. Comes up just a little bit short with Gareth.
What?
Macaws blocked. Banished. Leo eyeing the portal, but so is Macaws. Portal gets reset as Messenger Imp goes down.
That was great.
As well.
Good job.
Zoxiana against Palmas. Palmas blocking her off. Oh, they both go down, except Macaws is momentarily defenseless. Gets the orb back, but Leo sets a dangerous portal in the process.
I think there's +8 presence from the.
A mere attempt.
Oh, oops. I'm trying to get the.
Do it.
Oh, Macaws able to do just enough to get the stop there.
Now,
And the throw is intercepted.
get the orb.
Leo gets rid of the defender. Resets the portal, but it's just as dangerous as it was before, but just doesn't have enough time to get the throw. Macaws with Zoxiana. And Dalbert going the other way. Zoxiana is stopped. Sacrifices Dalbert. Gareth gets shot out of a cannon.
Oh yeah, a score.
Sets up a 20 damage throw. Stutter steps from Macaws, and with that, sets up the winning score.
That was great.
GG.
Their adversaries confidently thwarted.
Well
So
played,
fun.
you two.
The right is complete.
This is a very cool team, those 3 players, or characters.
And that's kind of the fun thing I find between whether it be customize off or even the archetypes we were doing earlier. Just pushes you to try some things out that you might not otherwise have tried, and sometimes that leads to some interesting discoveries. Some interesting discoveries like activating Falcon Ron!
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is now officially a Falcon Ron match.
What the heck?
Who's gonna tell him?
Are you ready to rumble? Because Falcon Ron is. On the boat, no less. Understandable. All right. And archetypes? Falcon Ron archetypes. Now that's just crazy. Some say that that's impossible, but if that is the will of Falcon Ron, then so be it.
How does one even obtain 10,000 L coins?
It's a lot of lid coins. Do I have any Falcon Ron archetypes? Nothing labeled as Falcon Ron, but is there anything that could be interpreted as Falcon Ron-esque? Maybe 1 or 2. Maybe. Depending on how you choose to interpret that. Falcon Ronaldo certainly is more powerful than the scribes. That much goes without saying.
Is Falcon Ron a modded character?
You say that? You ask that. There actually was someone who a few years ago tried modding in not just characters like the ones we have here that are recreations of ones you see in the campaign, but actually making new characters altogether. Like, he made Tariq a playable character, and he made the Black Wagon a playable character. And naturally, my next request was that he look into making Falcon Ron a playable character. I don't think it ever ended up happening, but I really wanted that to be the case.
Because you already have animations for the Black Wagon, but you don't have animations for Tariq.
Yeah, I don't
I guess
remember
you
how
could
he
use
did
the
that.
Beyonders palette.
I don't know if it ever really got fully finished. He was testing that stuff out. I know that much for sure.
Oh.
I don't know how far along it ever really got. I want to play as the Black Wagon. Oh yeah, it turns out one of the archetypes is just to play as the Black Wagon. That's the secret archetype.
We have to pause RITE Night for a day so that you can install the mod.
Right? Guys, don't worry. It's totally a secretive archetype. You have no idea which one that we just rolled. Just ignore the fact that we had to restart RITE Night to install a new mod. That's not relevant, okay? It's totally just a ruse. Alright, well, let me randomly roll among our existing archetypes, and I'll send you guys your randomly assigned ones in just a minute. So we'll go once again, Macaws first as player 1. Macaws, you have received this archetype. Then let me roll for Leo. Okay, and Leo, you have received this archetype. Once again, let me know if either of you have any questions. Happy to answer those in Discord to maintain the secrecy of your archetype. moment as I answer some questions.
Okay, I know how my archetype works. Now I need to know how Ron.
That's the
brings
real
fight.
question. All right, well, let's load in here.
The true Nightwings shall now face the Tempers. Welcome. Who shall conduct the rites?
All right, so both players have randomly assigned archetypes, and this is also a Falcon Ron match taking place on the boat.
So, what rules do I have to follow for Falcon Ron?
Oh, Falcon Ron has no rules.
Oh. What? So I'm just gonna be surprised by it?
Falcon Ron lives by one rule, and one rule only. And that is... chaos.
I guess I'll be defensive then.
Set deluge.
Alright, with Deluge in the second spot. For Macaws, it was Lose Bow, aka the Nutrition Stick, on Palmas in the first spot for Leo. Titan Tooth on Pamitha in the second spot for Leo. So Messenger Imp, Deluge. Exploding Barker in the last spot for Macaws. Oh, and I forgot to remind you, Macaws, but as a reminder for Leo, at least, if you feel like you've already done everything you need to do to abide by your archetype, then you may not need to go all in on the archetype with your last character, but obviously up to you to what extent you feel you want to go there.
Exile.
Alright, and there it is with Lady River. Another random archetypes match with, this time, the extra chaos of Falcon Ron. Ooh, a little bit of boat magic of the Kerr variety there, it felt like, as Macaws gets in a 9 damage Kerr throw. Titan Tooth activating here. So for a second, it looked like that throw might have been off target, but it does land here for 15. This time, Macaws going for a quick plunge, but in doing so, does lose Messenger Imp in this round. And a little bit of extra airtime once again from the Kerr. You don't see it very often on the boat, but it's not the first time we've seen Macaws breaking that out. river for Leo. Sneaking past
No,
one
I'm too
defender.
far away.
That throw
Wait,
is
how did you
short.
die? Oh,
Second
you
attempt.
teleported.
Swords engulfed.
Second time's the charm.
Yes.
Oh,
Why that
That time, unblockable throw from Macaws.
oh wow.
Some interesting little pops and skips and jumps there. Uncontested throwing opportunity. Oh no, the BM, you hate to see it.
was true. Now end the ceremony.
One score may be all that Macaws needs, although that's only 15 damage, which means Leo is holding on with 1. May have some rekindling, what with the sap we see here.
Oh, dang it.
Sacrifices Palmas, but now
Barely a
it's
That was not
Oxyana's
too much
turn.
damage.
Should throw it in for 11.
now to the flame.
What?
Macaws sneaks through, but there is the rekindling, and it's the full 50.
I am so bad at defending on boat. Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's tough. He's especially chaotic.
Monstrous.
Deluge. Looking for a way through, but instead, it's Palmas getting the stop and making a move himself, but he gets banished. And now, oh, dangerous portal for Macaws. Takes him much of the way across the arena.
I forgot.
Big imp skip there.
How does that even happen?
Imps, very underrated how much they benefit from the boat magic. The demons get all the attention, and somehow that means the imps fly under the radar. Oh, and
Oh no.
the throw intercepted at the last second. Leo gets a stop there, but back with Macaws, and with that plunge, it is Macaws.
This is crazy.
Is our victor. GG.
I totally thought that the cur had been killed.
The ceremony is complete.
I just caught the orb, yeah.
He's a slippery guy.
Alright, well played, you two. And if you would like to share your archetypes, you are welcome to do so.
So what was Falcon Ron there?
Though he works in mysterious ways, Falcon Ron.
Watch the VOD later, you'll understand. I
It
archetype
just
was
sounds.
it defies words. Like you have to behold it with your own eyes to see Falcon Ron's majesty.
Indeed.
Anyway, I got 1,000 cuts, emphasize attacking with many small, quick scores.
Oh wow, okay, that makes sense. I was supposed to use teleportation. So there was that time when I brought the harp right up to the pyre and then teleported the sap right next to it. But mostly, for the most part, that strategy did not work out.
It's tricky, but well done, you two. And we have now a song request and an arena from iRotor, who is going to put us at the ridge and have us listen to Never to Return Tempers edition. Let us know if there's anything else we'd like to see for the next one. Or will that be all? Alright, it looks like we have a stowaway request for both of you. No specification as to where in your team she is, so I think you can put her anywhere, but one stowaway apiece. So let's get going.
The true night wings versus the Tempers. Welcome. Who shall conduct the rites?
It'll be a power casting Snadra in the first spot for Makos.
I guess I'll try out the void bottle strategies that I've seen
Oh.
explained. Where's false step?
L4. There you go.
Okay, great.
Probably, yeah, you probably want that one. And then I would highly recommend
Yeah.
Snapcast.
Tay.
Exploding Lendl in the second spot for Makos, so, well, with him taking 2 non-stowaways, that means Stowaway will be the last one on Makos's
You
team.
got 2 nomads?
Yes, sir.
Oh wow, I have no idea what to expect from that.
Well, in some ways, you could argue that this is the Nomad Arena.
Is this the one where we encounter Lendel's team at the beginning?
It is.
Cool.
Then again, certain members of Lendel's team do get corrupted into becoming demons by the end of the game. Spoiler alert. So,
Oh, that's what happens? I thought that he just recruited new people.
yeah, Vispaleth right here starts the game with just the name Vispa, and she's a nomad. But by the end of the game, she becomes Vispaleth, and she's a demon. So she is one of Lendel's teammates.
That's great.
Not that you need to take her, but I'm just pointing it out. Alright, well, it is Scribrock on Vispaleth. And here we go. With 1 stowaway apiece.
I forgot that I don't have the, Oh, what?
The first doubts.
Do my jumps not affect you if you're in the air? I guess they don't, huh? Oh no.
A pyre stricken
Sets up
Oh, wow,
a
that's
throw
very
for the
confusing.
stowaway, which lands for 20 here.
The true night wings are now favored to prevail. How very
A power
sad
cast
for
from
the
Snadra
Tempers.
clears out some room.
The fires wane.
Sets up this
I'm so
throw,
used
but
to be
Makos cuts it
switch
short.
faster than this.
A swift recovery.
What? Oh my gosh.
Snadra
very
is a
strange to
sniper,
me.
Strong with
confirmed.
force of will. Zap.
What the heck is happening?
Poor Jodiah.
What the heck? These are like going around walls.
The unseeing.
The Nomad power cast is pretty huge. So huge that it's big enough to, yeah, go at least on one side of those barriers, if not a little bit on either side. Space laser Snadra, that's one way to describe it, yeah. Shoulder smash to boot. Sniper, she covers half the stage. It's more of a shotgun blast, if anything.
Positively brutish. And it is done.
Oh my gosh.
GG.
I'm doing so
The
badly.
true night wings prevail.
Oh, no worries.
Their
Well
pyre
played, you
yet
two.
burns with
But yeah,
vigor and resolve.
the power casting nomads, they are no joke.
The rite is done.
Especially the one that you put the Goals Bracer on.
Until the next rite.
I never really got to pull off the void bottle false step.
It definitely, it takes some getting
Guess
used
it makes
to.
more sense against big auras.
Yeah, there are a few ways. Technically, you don't even need to do it with a false step savage. There are a few other ways you can do it as well. But even with the false step savage, there are a few different approaches you can take.
Yeah, you really want with the bottled void build, you're not locked into a specific set, but like to really get the most out of it, you really want Sacred Bond Nomad. So you can kind of when you
Do it up
don't
repeatedly.
well, if so, the false step lets you jump into an aura and then come back immediately. But if you happen to miss it, if your opponent's playing around it and they just get banished on the ground, you can touch the icon and trigger the explosion. You also kind of want an exploding worm there as well, since everything's going to be blowing up all over the place. Worm is able to come back if everything else gets blown up.
And in doing so, maximize the explosions and chaos, and just count on being the person who is going to come back more quickly from that with the help of something like a worm that comes back when everyone else goes down.
Oh, absolutely. Indubitably.
All right. Well, let us know if there's anything else we would indubitably like to do in the next match. That is like such a fantastic word. Feels like a very manly word, as in Manly the character. He would definitely say that a lot.
Oh, Nightwings, how wonderful of you to join us. Yes, yes, indubitably.
He very well may actually say it in the campaign at least once. I would not be surprised if he did. And if he doesn't, he probably should. At least once. Alright, well, not seeing anything else request-wise here at the moment, so of course, if we don't see anything, we'll just leave it up to the players to go with whatever they'd like. And just want to gauge between you two, Makos and Leo, how are you doing in terms of sticking around? Are both of you good to continue playing? Do either one of you want to switch out? Or I don't know if we have anyone in chat who is potentially interested in getting in on the action.
I'm not on a time crunch, but if someone else wants to hop on, just let me know and I can switch out.
Okay. Everything is apparently on cooldown when it comes to the requests, so maybe in that case, we'll get these two back in.
Excellent.
Oh no, Yakety Lilac can't do requests because all the options are on cooldown.
But you know that means as soon as they come off cooldown, we're probably about to see something. But at least for this one, we are going requestless.
It's a deluge.
I don't know what to do in the face of this. I guess imps can't counter Vengeful Vow.
It is in fact a great counter to Worm.
Messenger in
Webland Thorn Messenger Imp in the first spot for Leo.
So last week, Kors coached me, and I said I wanted to learn to play Kerr. And Kors came up with this team with me.
Oh, okay. That is also occur on Makos's side.
Moon sign, Moon Crest, that's the one.
he would have taught you about Stubborn Flame, wouldn't he?
I figured that one out myself.
Manly.
Quick throwing Manly in the last spot for Macaws.
Oh no. I'm so screwed.
I was gonna say, we heard Leo talking about this being a Kerr team, and we'd yet to see the Kerr, so I was like, am I looking at the right team here?
Which is the one for plunging? That one. Okay.
Here it is. It is a Kerr Fang Dalbert. So here we go. No requests in this one. Both players just taking their preferred teams on the boat. On the boat? On the book. The book boat?
Oh.
Look, for all we know, the book is on the boat right now.
The tempers make their
Oh wow.
mark upon the
That was
flame.
really good.
8 damage throw there from
The
Leo.
orb is taken. Ah,
Koss can't quite get the throw off in time before getting blocked there, although Leo now defenseless. Potentially time for Macaws here, though that throw is short. But then on the follow-up attempt, 28 damage on that Kerr plunge.
Chastity's adversaries gained an edge. Well,
Wow, what just happened?
A whole bunch of banishments. Only one left is Dalbert on Leo's
Wow,
side,
oh,
but
well.
with Numbing Gust, it's a little bit slow, but does still manage to get in there, and with the Kerr Fang, that's a 28 damage plunge.
Oh, jeez.
Quick 8 damage throw from Macaws to answer.
Neither triumvirate is closer than
Oh,
the
that
other.
means we're tied at 64 here. It's a
No,
strange
that's-
number to be tied on, and that throw is just slightly short from Leo. Big cast there from Macaws. Gets it back with his worm, and with Seize Chance active, that means that plunge is worth 25. But it does mean now no worm in this round, though Macaws doesn't need one. But with Stubborn
Jumped
Flame,
so far.
it would have been 28 damage, but instead it gets reduced down to 18.
A weak attack.
And also means those
jeez.
throws are not gonna do much. At least not without the assistance of that Seize Chance we saw earlier. Leo's throw intercepted there. Seize Chance is active now.
Against the adversary.
Somehow I thought I was playing a worm there.
One score potentially all Macaws needs. And there it is.
Oh, that's what you're doing. You can
GG.
pick it up in midair, so you're jumping over the wall.
Surely have taken
Okay.
note.
Yeah.
It took me the whole game to realize that.
Is complete.
Now, sometimes we'll even see people break out the triple Kerr on the book and just go all in on brute force, straight to the orb, straight to the opposing Pyre, pure sprint, pure triple hop, and just sometimes it works.
Until the
Yeah.
stars
And there is
align.
Baylor saying, bringing back the dog meta. Strategy that I think Baylor could attest to more so than I could, but used to be more so the meta, has fallen by the wayside a little bit as of late.
I feel like when I'm playing in the campaign, I can switch characters a lot quicker, but maybe it's just that I'm using actions that are, like blocking me from switching.
Could be that, and also, obviously, when you're playing the campaign on your local machine, you don't have any input delay, whereas for remote play, you'll have some. Alright, well, let us know if there is anything we'd like to see for the next one.
Yakety Lilac, now is your chance.
Careful, careful.
The offensive use of the double nomad was really cool. I've never heard of that. I guess it's because in single player you can't have doubles, but the one of them does combat with the Goals Bracer, and then the other one like supports with Sacred Bond and Vengeful Vow, and it was just so unstoppable.
I mean, casting, you think of it first as a defensive thing, but if you get aggressive with it, it can become an offensive feature as well.
I can't really use it on defense because it stuns me when like there's a delay before you can do anything else, so you can't jump to defend.
Hmm. Alright, not seeing any requests at the moment. Perhaps somewhat surprisingly. But I think that means we're heading back in and we're just going to leave this one up to the players again.
The true Nightwings
Oh,
versus
and another
the
small arena here.
Templars. Welcome.
The Pit of
Who
Malith
shall conduct the rites?
with no requests, so everything, once again, all a matter of the player's personal preferences. It'll be a ring
Whoa,
on
what?
Ignarius.
I don't know how the ring would work for that.
Now, of course, is it the one ring, or will it be paired?
Rookie.
Vanishing throws on Rookie.
Oh no! Cost has a specific strategy, and now I'm starting to see it. But I cannot that I can counter it at all.
It's a quick throwing Jodariel.
That was the one I was thinking of. Okay.
It's a deluge.
Deluge in the second spot there for Leo.
Messenger.
Then Web Lanthorn Messenger. Oh, it is just the one ring to rule them all for Makoss.
I'm doing
Somewhat
the same
surprising.
thing for this one.
I messed up.
Which may or may not have been intended. I said it jokingly to set that up, but I didn't actually think he was gonna do that.
I wasn't even thinking, well, this might be Rip.
Now begin.
What? How did that happen?
Here's Rookie.
Automatic stamina. Jeez. Who am I? Oh, jeez. I was controlling the wrong character. Since Rookie was moving so much, I thought I was controlling Rookie and I was very confused.
The side benefits of using demons with big stunning
How did-
jumps.
Was that? How did he die there?
He finger guns too hard. There's the Brazen Manor active, and therefore
Wow.
it's 40 damage on that throw.
Oh. I.
The true
Huh.
Nightwings prevail.
GG.
Their adversaries did not
GG.
even come close.
Huh.
Thus ends
Those
the
finger
Yeah,
guns hit hard.
In that last round, all of my characters just like bounced around the stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, crushing heal is nutty. It is a top 5
Until the
mastery for
next
sure.
Right.
When's the list coming out, Makoss?
Oh, yeah, top 5.
Oh, the character tier list. One day,
Oh. All right.
I actually sit down and figure out my streaming setup.
Okay. Well, as I was saying, let us know if anyone does want to swap in if anyone is interested, let us know. Otherwise, it at least sounded a little while ago as if maybe these two are still able to stick around a little while longer. And if there is anything we'd like to see between them, then let us know. We can set that up. If not, then of course, we can leave it up to them to go with whatever they'd like. That is also an option. And seeing no requests right now, perhaps that's what we'll go with.
The true Nightwings.
It's just all the small arenas.
The Tempers.
If you were in the downside, what would you eat?
Who shall conduct rites?
That's
the muddy
tough.
fish. The muddy fish. The
What is it, like sand soup or something like that?
the like tubers that are super bitter.
Oh gosh.
I think high presence is going to be an asset in this one.
Messenger.
Red Lanthorn Messenger Imp, Macaws led with Pamitha. It's now going Leeching Lendl.
Oh, what does Lendl have? The other one. Okay, shoulder smash. Dang. This is the only way I've reliably found to block harp.
That being a Titan Tooth Volfred. Now, Speedy Ignarius for Macaws.
Should I do this or worm? I think it's gonna be this.
Whatever your heart desires.
Yeah.
This is a good map to do the power casting build for sure.
I find that I always throw into walls.
Well, with modded Glade, fear not, for there are no walls.
What?
Well, usually the Glade of Lu, as players lose Pyre life, the brambles spawn in and the arena gets smaller, there are walls there. But with our modded version of the Glade, it remains open for the full match, so it's not like you're gonna do a power cast and just have it hit a bramble right in front of you and go nowhere.
The orb is up.
There is Lendl, plunging for 20. The coattails of Pamitha. This time she does it herself, though.
You have so much stamina.
It's a little trick on those harps.
Oh my gosh, jeez.
Intercepts, but goes down. Now Iggy, trying to find a way through the wall of auras, and did, but had to cut the throw short there. Only 20 damage on that occasion.
The rite is nearly ended.
Harp push backfired on the cost that time round.
Whoa.
Leo able to get the banishment, but then Iggy able to get a series of banishments. Looks to set up a completely unnecessary Brazen Manor. But plunges nonetheless, and activates the Rekindling, which gives Leo 10, as Leo sidesteps the potential shoulder smash from Lendl. But then Pamitha gets back to intercept that throw. Pamitha to Lendl, but Lendl goes down. Leo, I'm not sure if that was intended to go through the portal, but on that occasion, gets intercepted. With that score, Macaws takes the win.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I've lost.
Portal chaos at the end there.
I've lost so many games to my own portal. It's rage-inducing.
I just collapsed back in the chair as soon as I did it.
Oh no. Yeah, I can feel your pain as well. Happens to the best of us.
In the game on the boat at the beginning, I was about to score, and then like your worm mysteriously disappeared. And I was like, "How did I kill you?" Oh, you teleported.
Yeah.
All right, it looks like Phaler may be interested in getting in here. Would either of you be interested in swapping out? We could do
I've been
one more
playing
match if you'd like.
I was gonna say, I've been playing since the beginning, so I can dip out whenever.
Okay. Should we do one more between Macaws and Leo, and then we'll get Phaler in Macaws' place? How does that sound?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
All right. So in that case, if there is anything we would still like to see between Macaws and Leo, this would be our last chance to make that happen. So let us know if you guys have anything in mind. Otherwise...
Oh, the only reason Lilac didn't choose anything is because their internet wasn't working.
I was gonna say, especially when you basically invited a request, I was very surprised that we did not immediately get something from Lilac. So maybe that is the explanation. Not seeing any... That still being said, not seeing any requests here, so... Chat's been awfully merciful today. We'll head on back in.
The true night wings shall now face...
Find ourselves at the spring.
Welcome.
One of the few arenas today
Who shall
that is not in the, the smallest, second smallest, or third smallest in the game.
So there are no restrictions?
There are no requests, no restrictions. This is all up to you guys. It was a speedy imp in the first spot for Macaws. Kerfang Dalbert is Leo's lead. Web Lanthorn Raji for Macaws.
2 imps, jeez.
Vanishing Throw Ulmer is Leo's second selection.
Yeah, it is 3 imps.
Now
I
that's
have
just
no idea
impractical.
what's gonna happen there. I guess I have to choose this to, like, survive the imps. Like, all of them explode on death, right? Yep. Oh, they don't all explode on death. Okay.
It's Titan 2 Fulford in the last spot for Leo, and it's triple imps for
I
Macaws.
ran out of ammo. Stamina, I mean.
Tizo throws this one in for 25.
That's a way longer throw than I thought you could do. I keep running out of stamina.
Messenger Imp stops halfway there, reassesses, but goes down. And this is Messenger Imp, who is now back and now plunging for 25. No prayer beads. He is gone in this round. Now it's Tizo. He's downed. No room here for Leo, but Volfred's banished. Just Tizo for Macaws. Quick throw.
What the heck?
24. Yeah, that was lightning
I
fast.
could even register it was happening.
I'm not even sure if I saw the animation for it.
Welcome.
Oh, what?
How comical. We're done.
Oh, and well, there's the one damage that Macaws left on the table from that previous throw. That is the one Pyre life that Leo has right now. Granted, Leo does have a sap, may have some rekindling, so it may not be all end all.
Bye now.
Let me
Switch,
put...
thank you for the follow. Hope you're enjoying the stream. But here is the rekindling, and it's 10.
Oh my gosh. What? What? How? There was no visual indication that my character died. What? It
The true night wings prevail.
was a funny bug, but it was purely visual, I think.
Accomplished effortlessly, I might add.
Well, GG.
GG.
The rite is ended.
Well played, you two.
That was really difficult. What the heck? How
Imps
did
are
you-
good.
Until the next rite.
So often we see them relegated to just being the defensive role player, but every once in a while, when people use them in more offensive ways, you realize, hey, these guys, maybe they're better than we're giving them credit for, and they're already very good.
The combination of exploding on death and resurrecting is just so weird.
And so strong, yeah. Alright, well, if it still works for both Phaler and for Macaws, we may swap
Ooh,
Macaws out here to get Phaler in.
Yakety, are you able to play because your internet's working?
Boom, Imp plus respawn has been meta for a long time. That's true.
But yep, it is good for me. I will hop off and let Phaler take my illustrious position.
Alright, well, thanks for stopping by, Macaws. Good to have you as always. GG's.
Thank you, Mikos. I have learned some things, although less has been, I don't know. I don't know what lessons to take from so many losses.
That's okay.
It only gets it gets easier from here. There's a lot of just knowledge check stuff. So once you've got that,
Someone else
you're
someone
rocking
else
and
who
rolling.
can play. So
Oh, and Nora
uh,
also said
you-
she is
two people
able to.
two
Yeah.
people could join, so you can kick me out too.
Well, let's just see for a second. Are you good to stick around for just a little while longer, Leo? Because I don't know,
Yeah, that's fine.
have you played Phaler before? Because we could at the very least just get one more matchup in today.
I don't think I've met Phaler before.
Okay, so why don't we do that then? We'll get Phaler against Leo, and then we'll swap Leo out and get Anor in. How does that sound?
Cool. Good.
All right. Well, Phaler, when you... Oh, yep, and you're on Steam now. Sounds good for you, Anor? Awesome. Okay. Invite on its way, Phaler. Yeah, I have to remind people of this fairly often. The Right Club is not my Discord. The Right Club is Phaler's Discord. So, Phaler is really the lead of all things multiplayer Pyre in that way.
Yeah, 'twas I who made the server back in 2018.
therefore it is he who is helping to share these insights about what the meta is and has been over the years.
Which...
All right.
him.
Let me set you up here, Phaler. Oh, wait. Where did the sigils... Oh, I got rid of the
Wait,
sigils
so-
for Falcon Ron, and I forgot to put them back.
Actually, Lilac made a request. All
Did in
saps
fact,
go to
yes.
Blue Grand Ceremony.
It was rather devious at that. Well. Yeah. All saps, Glade of Lou, Grand Ceremony, full sap theme. Now, technically, this is only possible if we use the cursed talismans, because otherwise the game will spontaneously combust. I wish I was exaggerating, but I'm not.
It can only take a couple of saplings.
It legitimately cannot handle having 3 saps on both teams because of the saplings. It cannot process there being that many auras at one time. So the game will explode if you try doing that. And the only way you can work around this is there is one cursed talisman that prevents one of the saps from placing the sapling. So both players need to use that on one of their saps. Otherwise, this is impossible.
It reminds me of when I accidentally coded a chess bot that causes the opposing chess bot to crash instead of winning the game.
Oh.
The only winning move is not to play.
Yeah. All right. Well, are you... Let me just... Given the nature of this request, are you guys okay with going this route? Because it's...
I'm ready.
Okay,
All right.
I'll do
I
it.
believe in us.
All right. Let's
They're
see
here to worship Lou, and then a brawl breaks out.
You know Manly. He's always ready to throw fisticuffs. All right.
A real pugilist, that man, for sure.
Indeed, indeed. Indubitably, I should say.
Indubitably a pugilist.
An indubitable.
Rapscallion, you might say.
Oh, yes. All of my favorite words. Alright, well, let's get this one started then. For what will be our first matchup between Phaler and Leo. I feel like I wish the circumstances were a little bit different and that we weren't forced into triple saps for each player, but alas, we are.
Are you ne'er-do-wells looking for a bout?
Who shall conduct the rites?
Phaler, do you
Okay,
mind just
also,
hovering over
Leo, real
the
quick.
talisman that we need?
Yeah, so this talisman,
Yeah,
this talisman
the claw.
cannot be cast is important.
Yeah.
So you must have that
I-
on one of your saps.
In the campaign, I liked to use that on Imp because the
It is by going to an imp, yeah. But also, what I'm trying to get at here is you also cannot take this mastery because this spawns a sapling. So this particular
Okay.
sap must be all left side or all right side.
We just cannot
That's
have an
funny.
extra sap. Or an extra sapling. Pardon.
Volfred.
Alright, so nutrition stick on Volfred in the first spot for Phaler. I don't know if you have any experience going triple sap Leo, but it is an experience.
I do not. Oh, whatever.
Volfred.
I also don't have much experience with sap bombing.
It's a little bit counterintuitive, but you get the hang of it pretty, fairly soon. It's not so difficult to learn.
Oh no, that's not useful.
I'm sorry. I am contractually obligated to not let you use that talisman on that character.
Okay.
It's a long story, but basically we had a civil war in which it was quarterback Manly versus Speedy Volfred, and I cannot allow you to play Speedy Manly. That is just strictly not a thing.
Okay, is it okay if
Anything
if
else is fine.
if
Anything
the
else is fine.
The curse talisman. Manly got tricked into buying it. Falcon Ron has his ways.
Oh, but then remember, you're gonna have to go all
Shoot.
right
Yeah,
side.
you're right. I cannot do it on this character then. So
All good. Have your other one still.
my other
Two
character
knowing
already
gusts
has
don't
that,
stack.
they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, but what if they did? What would it do if it did? Would you just be completely frozen? I don't know how much more useful that would be, to be honest. It's already pretty darn effective.
Okay. Nope.
Alright, so quick throwing manly.
Masked one gets the claw.
So then just all right side on the masteries, exactly. Alright. Prepare yourself. Buckle in for a 6 sap showdown between Phaler and Leo for the first time. Well, any matchup between these two for the first time, but certainly when it comes to the triple sap versus triple sap. Phaler gets us started with an 18 damage throw. Now you may notice, when it comes to this setup, that there is a distinct lack of mobility. And you are not wrong in this regard. Phaler, able to set up a 25 damage throw, as what you lack in mobility, you do have in range. Whether it actually makes up for that is a different matter. Only you can answer that.
Oh, jeez.
The throw that time a little bit short from Phaler.
May get the orb.
It's a retreat.
Oh, jeez.
Pace is definitely slower with the lack of mobility. It's more methodical in that way, in addition to because you have, well, the exploding saplings, as you just demonstrated there, except the numbing gust slows things down quite a bit as well. But then you also have the positional aspect of between the saps and the sapling auras. You can cover a large portion of the arena that way. Make it very hard for your opponent to break through.
I got
Leo
some points.
sneaks in for a 12 damage throw there. At least once upon a time, we used to think of the saps as being
Oh my gosh.
very defensive, but as time has gone on, we've found some more clever ways to make the saps work offensively. So it used to be that this was the way that we tried to set records for the longest rites, by either going triple sap or double sap each, and the one other character is in some other way inhibited.
Banished, all of them.
But I don't know if we're really gonna find ourselves in that position going forward, as we
Jeez.
have the quick throwing saps that people have been using more as of late, as Phaler demonstrates there, can be very effective, even offensively.
Oh, jeez. You can throw way farther than I can normally get my saps to throw.
They are, by default, the longest range throwing exile. You can make them even longer range still if you go full quarterback manly mode, of course. Usually we see people opt for the quick throws instead of the range. The sling bullet. With manly, but can't throw it, at least not until Leo gets someone back, but the throw is off the mark.
That did not go as expected. Okay, that one did. That was faster than I thought it would be.
punishment
Ooh.
for all.
Everyone down on Leo's side, but with Numbing Gust and the slow movement speed of the saps, there's not a lot Phaler can do in that situation, at least not until Leo does get a defender back, but Leo gets the banishment with that defender. Phaler getting aggressive with the exploding saplings though, but both players take out the saps. Oh, and Phaler has enough range even from there.
Throw. Oh my gosh.
The rite is nearly ended.
That throw, that time it's quicker, it's just 11.
I don't know why I can't get those throws.
Phaler with Volfred,
And it is done.
and it is done.
The fate prevails.
GG?
GG's.
That was not good. Oh my gosh.
That is one of the most difficult dynamics to get used to. A full sap setup, and by most accounts, not really anything anyone does voluntarily.
Well, thanks for doing it with me.
Until the stars align.
Thank you for humoring that ridiculous request.
GG. Alright, and if it still works for you guys, then Anor, if you are interested in getting in, we could get you in here. And Leo, if you're able to swap out,
Yeah.
we could do that exchange. Anor is
Definitely.
down. Alright, well, GG's, Leo. Glad we could get you in
Thank
today.
you.
Obviously, last week we had some trouble, so glad that we got you in for a bunch of matches.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on. It's so fun.
Awesome. All right. Catch you later. Okay, and now let me get the invite out for Anor. Alright, looks like Anor is player 2. Let me just set you up here. And you are no longer the Tempers. You will be doing Nightwings. Okay, so let us know if there's anything we'd like to see between these two. Obviously, Phaler had a warm-up in a way with that previous match, whereas this is Anor's first match in the day, so up to you guys as to whether you want to throw anything crazy at them or leave this one up to the players. Not seeing anything at the moment though, so why don't we hop in? Oh, hold on. We do have an exile request, and we can still make this happen for all demons.
The fate shall take on the Nightwings.
Oh. Okay, maybe...
Welcome
I imagine you wanted to combine those two things together,
who shall
Lilac.
conduct
So maybe we'll save that for the next one then. Just put both of those in the queue. I'm guessing the intention was to combine them. Okay, yeah. We'll combine them for the next one. So for this one, all up to the players to go with whatever you'd like. Next match, we'll go full Demon Boat edition. Exploding Deluge is Phaler's first choice.
Tizo.
Weblanthorn Tizo is what Anor will use as her lead. This is a demon-wielding Boat. at the Pyre. We're now going quick throwing Jody. Phaler went with Raji, and now for the final selection. We'll take a speedy Ignarius. Then Thorned Knot Pamitha is the final choice for Anor. So here we go, our first matchup of the day between Phaler and Anor. Phaler gets us started with some finger guns. 30 damage plunge from Ignarius. And follow that up with a worm throw, and this one is good for 12. Anor, eyeing the portal, gets infinite stamina after going through it, banishes a couple of exiles, orb inadvertently hits Phaler's Pyre, bounces back out toward Phaler's exile. Looked like Anor had set up a great scoring opportunity, except then chaos ensued, and it just so happened to work in Phaler's favor. Phaler, big worm implosion there. Means more room for Ignarius, but the hockey puck, for a second there, was actually blocking him.
Once more like that, and we are finished here.
The hockey puck became a member of Anor's team. Now, uncontested scoring opportunity, and with that, Phaler takes the win. GG.
Their hapless adversary stood no chance.
Well played, you two.
The ceremony is complete.
All right, well, let's head on back.
Until the stars align.
And we do have the request for all demons on the boat. Some characters recover sooner from jump collision than others. It's a good question. Is that the case, or is it kind of just a matter of the way in which they get sent from the demon jump? Not sure what the scientific, technically correct answer to that question is. Alright, but we will have all demons on the boat here.
The fate shall confront the Night Wings.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat as Phaler. Honestly,
Who shall conduct the rites?
I could tell you that it is seemingly different sometimes how long it takes for characters to respond from being stunned, at least from a demon jump, but I couldn't really tell you how or why. Speedy Ignarius for Phaler. That's his lead. Oh, I suppose clarifying question, Lilac. Is Orlek allowed?
Ariel,
Or is he in his own category? Obviously, thus far, we've only seen the standard demons. No Orlek sightings yet. But is he allowed, or is he excluded from this list?
Ignarius.
Well, it's Ignarius. Orlek does count. Okay, if you would like to use Orlek, you are allowed. quick throwing Vids as the final demon selection for Phaler, so he opts not to go the Orlek route. And it seems the same can be said for Anor. Now let the boat magic begin. And the Thrash Pack as well. Anor, a little hesitation there. Maybe trying to throw off Phaler's timing, but Phaler gets the block and then gets the score for 22. Has to cut the throw a little bit short there. Of course, both players loading up on some extra starting Pyre life from those Demon Masteries, so still going to be a while before we get to our usual starting point of 100 Pyre life. That was an interesting little boat magic slide for Phaler, setting up that 30 damage plunge from Ignarius. But with no prayer beads, he's gone in this round. That leaves just Vids against Vids. And naturally, they cancel each other out, as any mathematician would tell you. Phaler gets the banishing throw to get rid of 2 of the defenders. Vids banishes the 3rd, and that sets up an uncontested 30 damage throw. Phaler quick with more finger guns from Ignarius. But again, no prayer beads means no Ignarius in this round. Retreats, goes back, uses the boat magic, knocks back the defender, sets up a 30 damage plunge. And in her case, yeah, Jody did not have prayer beads, so she's gone in this round. That means just Vids back defensively right now. She goes down, but takes down the attacker along with her, and suddenly it's Anor who's the only one with a character right now, although Phaler took Typhoon Bottle, which I did not realize at the time, but that was a clever choice. Although Anor still able to score nonetheless. For Phaler, blocked here, blocked again, eventually banished. Vids banishes with Celestial Spike. Almost vanishes with that throw, but Phaler sidesteps, and then returns the favor. And with that 30 damage throw, drops Anor down to 28, which means 1 score might be all that Phaler needs here. Won't happen on this occasion. Instead, it's Anor, vanishes with 1 throw, trying to get the other, but instead, both characters banish each other, and it activates, at least momentarily, Phaler's Typhoon Bottle, and now Phaler gets the finger guns for the winning score.
GG's.
GG. Well played, you two.
The rite is done.
Alright, let's head on back.
Until the next rite.
Actually, it would be the case for both players, different colors. The answer is simple. We have some mods installed, and with those, we have made it so that usually what would happen is by default, all of the characters would have their raiment colors based on the triumvirate that they are usually from. Like, for example, Ignarius would usually have green raiments, regardless of whether you're playing as the Fate, the Nightwings, or the Tempers. But we have a mod that makes it so that all of the characters always have the raiment colors of whichever team you have selected, except if you have multiple characters of the same class on your team at the same time, then the second character will either have their raiments a little bit darker, a little bit lighter, and then similar story for if you take a third character of the same class. So the idea being that it is more thematically consistent to have your raiment colors aligned with your triumvirate, and then it makes it easier to distinguish between your different characters if you have them with slightly different shades, rather than having them all look completely identical. But let us know if there's anything we'd like to see for the next one. That one was all demons on the boat. Obviously, if we don't have anything in particular in mind, we can always leave it up to the players to go with whatever they'd like. That is also an option. Ooh, okay. So technically, what we tend to do is we have, if you look at the red circle with the white L below chat, if you click on that, you'll find the ways that you can do a quote-unquote formal request. And that way, it's sort of a way to distinguish between, hey, here's an idea that I'm thinking about, but I don't know if I actually want to hold the players to it, versus doing the actual request, the formal request, in which case, at that point, it's, you know, it's just that. It's formal. It's official, so to speak. Which is to say, we have a suggestion for triple imp on the Fall of Solium. Technically not a formal request, but if you guys are up for it, we could do it. Any objections, Phaler, Anor?
No objections.
All right. Hearing no, yeah, Anor says sure. In that case, let's do it.
The fate shall now face the Nightwings. Welcome.
Okay, so triple
Who
imp.
shall conduct the
We
rites?
saw Macaws break out triple imps earlier today. It was not triple imps versus triple imps, though. It was just 3, maybe 4. I don't remember if Leo took one or not. But that is to say that this will be our first time today going all in on the imps on both sides. And on the largest arena as well. That is pretty significant because the imps, they do have large auras, so they can be hard to get past. They're very good defensively in that way. Then again, of course, they do have access to those portals, which is a great way to give yourself a shortcut across the largest arena in the game. Okay, and Anor says archetypes for the next one. Just remind me as we're setting up the next one, Anor. I will make a mental note.
Exile.
So, obviously we know all the characters are going to be the same here, and this is also a good way to see that every imp is colored similarly here. They're all purple for Phaler, or either as a primary or a secondary color, but they're different shades. And then similar story for Anor, but just obviously in the Nightwings color scheme.
Messenger imp.
So obviously we know all the characters, but it's the talismans and it's the masteries where the players can differentiate a bit if they would like, as that is banishing throws on Messenger Imp. And here we go. All imps. A little bit of a standoff there. Titan Tooth, stunning Phaler. Oh, but then the implosion takes out everybody.
Now to the flame.
Nor through the portal, it's roughly at midfield, which is helpful, but not as dangerous as it can potentially be.
There.
But with that Titan Tooth, Nor using it offensively there
To strike.
to stun the last defender and functionally making Phaler defenseless. Thor has the portal. Phaler now does as well. Phaler goes through but gets banished. Blocked. Nor uses the portal, gets infinite stamina after going through it. I think both players have set up that way. Is that a double Titan 2? There might have been. That time, though, just Phaler getting stunned, and so Nor setting up another 25 damage throw. And every time both players get close to the orb, they're like, who's going to make a move? I don't want to get banished. I don't want to get Titan Tooth stunned. You go first. Some reverse psychology.
such werewolf.
Phaler plunges in for 25 here. But with no prayer beads, it means Raji is gone in this round. Both players with portals in the middle of the arena. Anor. I think Phaler hesitated because he may have realized that was the Titan Tooth Imp, and Anor has been using it to great effect here. That has been the key to all of her scores thus far. And because she's been scoring via the throw, she's even has been able to bring that character back in subsequent rounds. Hasn't had to worry about that character being banished after plunging. Now Phaler has it back, but then goes down, and Anor with the banishing throws Imp that time. Phaler, his attack. Now he's the one returning the favor, stunning Anor with Titan Tooth. And of course, one full damage score at least could be enough for Anor here, whereas Phaler would need 2 of those. Anor with the banishing throws, not once but twice, but does lose the exile in the process as well. Phaler does have the portal, but that's probably not where he'd like it to be right now. Double Titan Tooth, both players stunned on that occasion. Phaler, infinite stamina after going through the portal. And goes straight in. Anor, I think, hesitant to block because that was Phaler's Titan Tooth Imp, and this just is a strong indication, a very strong sign of just how strong Titan Tooth is, in case anyone was not sure just how effective it can be. Look no further. As Phaler nearly was able to set up a winning score there, and then Anor moves in with a Titan Tooth Imp, and it wouldn't happen any other way. GG.
Nearly was extinguished there, but no.
Well played, you two.
Thus end this night's proceedings.
Very close, indeed. In short, Tooth good. Like, really, really good. Especially on Triple Imp.
Right.
Alright, well, Anor, how is Tooth meant to be countered? Harp has a really good counter to it. Triple Imp is tough because they are so flying-centric. But Harp can use the Harp Salute, and in doing so, swap out of the stun. Crone as well. Another truth as well. Yeah, just saying, alright, if you're gonna stun me, I'm gonna stun you in the process. Mutual destruction via Titan Tooth. Alright, well, Anor did have the archetypes request that we had in the queue there. So we can break that out now. Let's see, Phaler is player 1 right now, right? So I'll roll for Phaler first. You guys know the deal when it comes to the archetypes. Okay, Phaler, your archetype is in. Now let me roll for Anor. And Anor, your archetype is in. Let me know if either of you have any questions. In the meantime, I'll have us load in. See if that helps you guys decide how you want to approach this. Having the, well, I was gonna say having a sapling down might be helpful. Oh, did we still have boat locked in, or was this a random boat? No, this was a random boat, wasn't it?
Who shall conduct the rites?
Alright, Phaler goes with the range throws on Gareth. Nor goes with a ring on Jody. Taylor will take quick throwing Palmas in the second spot. Then there is the other ring for Honor on Bertrude. Oh, and as a reminder, if you feel like you've already done enough to make your archetype a key feature of your team, you don't necessarily need to go all out on it. With both of you having taken 2 characters already, you may feel like what you have is sufficient. But if you want to go all in, you certainly can. Banishing throws on Dalbert in the last spot for Phaler. And Honor will go Web Lanthorn on Tizo. So, random archetypes for both players. Only they know which archetype they have. See how they execute here. Honor getting aggressive with Jodariel and pulls off a 30 damage plunge with her. She's now gone in this round, and there is a snipe from Phaler's Gareth. He's going for it again here, except Honor saw it coming. Banished Gareth before he could finish the throw. Jody blocked. Banishes one of the defenders, then gets banished by an exploding sapling. Bertrude for Honor. For a little bit of crone boat magic. You don't see that very often, though. Gareth back to that particular sniping outpost. He goes down here. Honor does have a portal, is thinking about using it, but Phaler had it covered. Phaler has the banishing throws, although Honor avoids them there. Taylor gets it back, but then gets banished. And Honor's portal takes her almost nowhere, except does give her the infinite stamina, so does still have a use case. Throw from Phaler, it was quick, but it did not hit the mark. So Honor has it back here. And plunges in with Bertrude for 30. But now means no Bertrude for Honor in this round. Gareth banished before he can finish the throw. Jody. Find a way around these saps and saplings. Can't do so on this occasion, so Phaler this time does get the quick throw to land where he wants it to. It's 23 damage there. Jody. Down she goes. Now Bertrude's turn. There's a little boat magic of the crone variety. Phaler's quick throw, not quite enough there. Phaler with Dalbert. Gonna sneak around, and with those extra jumps, makes it in there for 15. It does mean no Dalbert in this round for Phaler. Palmas, almost a hesitation move there. Looked like he was gonna blink away, but then he didn't, and it almost threw an Orb off. But she did get the banishment. Does have the Orb back here. Jody is blocked. Has it back. Now over to Bertrude, back to Jody. Jody banishes a couple, but gets banished herself. Everyone is down on Phaler's side, which does slow Honor down. But still gets the score she's looking for. 30 damage plunge from Bertrude, and means one score might be all that she needs, except that Phaler does have a sap, may have rekindling, and obviously Phaler's not going down without a fight, as Gareth throws that one in for 17. Oh, but Honor still had the crone salute. So Phaler's defenseless here. And with no rekindling, that throw is all she needs. GG.
GG's.
Well played, you two.
The rite is ended.
All right. Let's head on back. I just want to check in,
Until the stars align.
given how it's starting to get a little late. Oh, right, and that was an Archetypes match. If you would like to share your Archetype, you're welcome to do so. Honor had infinite stamina, and Phaler was long range. Both of which were pretty interesting on the boat. But what I was starting to say was, it's starting to get a little late, so just want to check in and gauge if either one of you guys needs to head out soon, in which case we may need to start wrapping things up. Does it make sense to make this one our penultimate rite?
I mean, I'm good to stick around for however long.
Okay. What about on your end, Honor? Good for some more games? Okay. In that case, let's do at least one more before the penultimate rite and then liberation rite. So let us know if there is anything we'd like to see here. Obviously, if not, we can also just opt to leave it up to the players. Not seeing anything at the moment, though. So why don't we hop in and we'll do just that. We'll have the players take whatever they'd like.
The fate shall take on the Night Wings.
Cairn of Haub.
Welcome.
Other than that,
Who shall conduct the rites?
all up to the players. Canned Singularity on Raji for Phaler's lead, which Honor answers with a Canned Singularity on an imp of her own. We were talking earlier about using that talisman on a False Step Savage, but I had alluded to how it is possible to do it with other setups as well, and this is maybe the main one that I had in mind. It is definitely doable with imps too. The execution, the setup, obviously those are both a little different here, but the goal is much the same. Revive, respawn, the character with the Canned Singularity, and in doing so, activate its magnetizing effect, and let chaos ensue.
Bertrude.
Revive, respawn, repeat. That's pretty much the plan.
Headwind.
We'll see how the players execute it.
Now begin. Banished in an instant.
Phaler activates it right in front of Honor's Pyre, which is probably not where she wanted to see this taking place, as it does mean after a series of banishments, explosions, and magnetizing effects, it culminates in Phaler plunging for 25 with Bertrude, and yeah, a whole bunch of stuff happening in front of Honor's Pyre once again. Hard to make much of any sense out of it. This time it is Honor who emerges, But then the Can Singularity dispossessing Anor on that occasion, as she might have been about to score. But then Anor returns the favor as Thaler was about to score, does still manage to do so with his crone. And if anyone was wondering what this strategy was all about, well, it's a little hard to describe the step-by-step, blow-by-blow, but big picture, I think you're getting a pretty good sense here. The players demonstrating very well just what the strategy is all about. Maximize the chaos, ideally as close to your opponent's pyre and as far away from your own pyre as possible, but to a certain extent, wherever it happens, it just happens. And whoever can adapt to the chaos the best is the person who will emerge victorious. So here is Anor plunging for 20. Through her portal on a few occasions there, does get infinite stamina from doing so, and that helps to set up another 20 damage harp plunge. She did take prayer beads on Pantha, so she is back, but Phaler once again setting the portal right where Anor does not want to see it. Moves ever so slightly. That might have been the difference between Phaler being able to immediately score and not being able to immediately score. So Anor has it back here. Trying to find a way through with Pamitha. The infinite stamina doesn't last forever. She comes up just a little bit short there. Phaler eyeing the portal, so is Anor. Phaler blocked and banished after going through it. But it is still there. It is still threatening. Anor sidesteps a big power cast. But Phaler still manages to get the orb back. Gets banished after going through that portal. Anor through hers. Trying to escape the pressure with Pamitha, and does so effectively. Plunging for 20, resetting portals, and all that. That time, Phaler had so often deliberately banished his imp right in front of the pyre, but instead opted to score directly, and in doing so, sets up a Crone Salute score to take the win.
GG's.
GG.
Thus end this night's proceedings.
I think a pretty good demonstration, that match, as to what exactly Bottled Void can do.
Until the stars align.
Especially if both players take it. Complete and utter chaos. Alright, is there anything we'd like to do for the next match? That one was just all up to the players. They both opted in to using more or less the same setup, at least the same big idea. Not seeing any requests at the moment, though. Barring any last-minute requests here, we'll go back to having the players take whatever they'd like. Oh, hold on. We should still have time for this.
Versus
But Anor requested archetypes. She says, why not?
welcome.
We now know the arena.
Who shall
It is a
conduct
small
the
one.
rites?
Let me roll. Phaler first. Phaler, your archetype is in. And now Anor. Let me get you yours. Your archetype is in. Let me know if either of you have any questions about how your
Choose
archetype works.
someone.
If not, then you are welcome to start setting up. As a reminder, of course, some archetypes based more on the way the team is set up, right here on this screen. Other archetypes based more on the playstyle once the match actually begins, as Phaler starts with a sap in his lead spot. Nor will go Speedy Pamitha. Phaler will go Power Casting Snadra. Great question, Leo. It is, well, it's actually a very simple answer in a way. The answer is basically just that on one occasion, someone accidentally... Did they type it, or did they say it? They might have typed it as Snadra. This was... typo, yeah. This was a long time ago at this point. I didn't think it was Phaler. I think I remember who it was. I didn't think it was you. But, man, it's probably like 3 years ago at this point. And it just lived on ever since. As Snadra. You wouldn't have it any other way. Lanthorn Tizo there, so Harp, Crone, Imp for Anor, Nomad, Sap, Harp for Phaler. They both have randomly assigned archetypes. Only they know what that archetype is. See how they execute here. It's Phaler's attack thwarted on that occasion. Now it's Anor with Pamitha. She's blocked by her sister. Tamitha is banished as well. First use of Snadra was 6 years ago? Oh my goodness. I was gonna say, it might have been longer than 3 years, but I just threw that number out there. But man, has it really been that long? It might have been. Some RITE Club history right there. Phaler sidesteps around the defender and finds a way through for a 20 damage plunge. Nor able to get rid of those saplings with the Harp cast. Ooh, very clever move from Phaler there. Just the briefest of little hovers, just enough to get over the defender and in for a plunge. Another 20 damage Harp plunge.
The orb is up.
Nor trying to return the favor and does. Score from Pamitha, but now she's gone in this round. It also means Nor has less ability to get rid of those saplings, and therefore easier for Phaler to set up throwing opportunities such as that.
Now go on just once more.
Oh, that time Anor missed the mark, unable to get rid of the sapling, at least in the Harp casting way. Of course, you can always get rid of the sap, but with that score, Phaler takes the win. GG.
And what a crushing victory it was.
Well played, you two.
The ceremony is complete.
And you are welcome to share your archetypes if you would like.
So I had space the field. Offensively, spread out your characters so that they have more space and time before an opponent reaches them. So I did that with the long-range teleport and the sapling, and I did that with the long-range cast, and I did that with the shove from the harp.
We loaded into the arena before we rolled the archetypes, and so I sometimes mention this as well in the archetype explanation, but there are some archetypes that definitely work better in some arenas than others, and so I'm not gonna lie, Phaler, when I saw that one roll, I was like, oh no, in one of the smallest arenas, this is gonna be a challenge, but found a way to make it work. Well done. Anor had statistical superiority. Overwhelm your opponent with significant boosts to your character's stats, as in direct stat boosts rather than talismans or masteries that mimic the effects of stat boosts. Well done, you two. And I'm thinking, at this rate, it's getting late enough that it probably does make sense to make this one our penultimate rite, meaning the last rite in which we would take any requests from chat before we go into our final liberation rite, in which we would just have the players take their preferred setups. So Nor says Will of the Scribes for the song. Anything else we'd like on top of that, or will that be all? Looks like that might be it. Oh, okay. Leo is saying talisman request for Titan Tooth. For both players, I assume, Leo? Yes. Okay. So Titan Tooth for both players. It's the Will of the Scribes. What can you say? I like used up all the character requests. Can't do worm requests for that reason. No worries. That's alright.
Who shall conduct the rites?
Titan Tooth, I was gonna say when Leo requested that. That's true, you did also spend 10,000 lid coin earlier today. I was going to say when Leo requested the Titan Tooth that, well, it probably won't take much to convince the players to use it, as it is a very strong talisman, but I feel like, for whatever reason, this arena in particular is one where we see it maybe more than any other.
Exile.
Webbed Lanthorn on Raji in the second spot for Phaler. Then Prayer Beads Pamitha is Anor's second selection. There is the Titan Tooth for Phaler. It's on Dalbert. Lilac is hoarding all the lid coin. And Anor uses Titan Tooth on Volfred.
Yes. Commence.
Phaler,
Fire has been
a quick
scaled.
score here for 20. Anor
Such wear.
plunges in with Bertrude for 30.
The Nightwing shall prevail at this rate.
Phaler with a quick answer. 20 damage plunge here. Once again from his harp.
Fate have gained an edge. For
Bertrude
now.
goes down. Anor switches into Volfred.
An
He's
interesting
banished.
Exchange.
Pamitha for Phaler against Pamitha for Anor, and one way or another, Pamitha wins. In this case, it was Phaler's.
How sad for that one.
This time it's Anor's Pamitha winning out, but not quite plunging there.
Dalbert banished.
Failure back at it with Pamitha, and there's the Harp push, setting him up for a 20 damage plunge. That's another way to potentially work around Titan Tooth. Which I don't know to what extent, if any, Titan Tooth reduces the effectiveness of the Harp push strat. There is Anor, plunging with her Harp. Gertrude back to Volfred and Pamitha. Now Gertrude again. Oh, but the jump was just a little off to the side. I think Anor was trying to go straight in there. There was Phaler's Harp push, but it missed a little bit. But on the second attempt, gets the plunge, but there is rekindling. It's 10 for Anor, but it means that now 1 score for Phaler is likely all that he would need. But Anor has the Crone Salute, but Phaler stopped it. Did he have the Imp Salute? Did he see it coming? Because that is so often an automatic score, but instead, Phaler bounces back and gets the winning score. GG.
GG's.
Was that an Imp Salute, Phaler?
Yeah, it was.
Okay. Well done
It was
indeed.
definitely the hard counter and salutes doing its thing.
Well, if anyone ever wondered what the use case was for the Imp Salute transforming into and out of Howler form, there you go. If you have someone using the Crone Salute, it is probably the most effective way to counteract that. Alright, but with that being said, I think it is now time for our final rite of the night, our Liberation Rite, which means we will set up Never to Return Nightwings Edition. We'll head over to the Fall of Solium sermon intro on, and no requests from chat for this one. Instead, we will just have both players take their preferred teams to finish things off in style. So without further ado, let us begin.
I bid you welcome, exiles. You heed the summons to the Fall of Solium. Here you may step closer to achieving freedom. Prevail and step closer to freedom. The Fate, stand ready. Nightwing, stand ready. The rite shall begin forthwith.
Alright, so as we were saying, this will be our final rite of the night, our Liberation Rite. So no requests from chat for this one. Both players just taking their preferred teams to finish things off in style, and for Phaler, that's a legendary talisman on Deluge for the extra jumping distance. For Anor, it's a Prayer Beads Pamitha lead. Phaler then opts for a power casting Snadra. Quick throwing Volfred, that is Anor's second selection. Phaler's final choice is a quick throwing, saluting Vorfrit. Anor's final choice is Webbed Lanthorn Tizo. So alright, here we go. Phaler on the left representing the Fate, and Anor on the right representing the Nightwings. Best of luck to you both.
sails forth into the flame. The rite is nearly ended. And there it is. At last. The
And
Night
there it
Wings
is.
proved their worth.
GG.
An outcome which left little room for doubt.
Well played, you two.
Thus ends the Liberation Rite.
Well, that was our final rite of the night, our Liberation Rite. So thank you everybody who participated in the rites today and everyone who gave us the requests in chat as well. I am gonna hop out of Discord. I will catch you guys next time. Okay, and with that being said, as I had alluded to before, we do in fact have a special announcement for today, and perhaps a little bit of a preview almost, in a way, as we did just have two of our previous tournament champions facing off in that Liberation Rite just then. But yes, it is finally happening. Next week, we will have our next officially run RITE NITE, RITE Club tournament. The Haoob Cup will start next week, and in order to condense it ideally into a one-day event, we are going to start earlier than we would usually start. So, important. Starting earlier than we would typically start. We're going to start for what is, at least for me, 1 p.m. US Eastern Time. Basically, 2.5 hours earlier than we would usually start for tomorrow's RITE Night, so that we can hopefully squeeze in the tournament all in one day, because in the past it's oftentimes required that we split it across two, but that adds other logistical complexities. So other details forthcoming. We'll give you more information soon, but that is the big picture. Next week, we will be doing the Haoob Cup. Earlier start time, so definitely make sure that you are ready to go. Prep your teams, and I'm excited. I hope you guys are as well. Get the hype trains going. You bet. All right, but with that being said, the Haoob Cup would be what? Our 4th officially sponsored RITE, sponsored as in RITE Club sponsored. there's no prize money, but our 4th official RITE Club tournament, right? We had Solium Cup, we had Golothanian, Jomir, and now Haoob. The winners being Phaler, Cam, and Anor, respectively. And it's been a while since our most recent tournament, so I'm very curious to see what strategies people opt to break out this time round and what will ultimately emerge victorious. But alas, as for today at least, that was our final rite of the night. So as I said, thank you all, everyone who participated in the rites, and those of you who were giving us requests from chat as well. This was, of course, Pyre Community RITE Night, and if you're interested in getting more involved in multiplayer Pyre, including things like the tournament next week, then the best way to do so is by joining the RITE Club server, which you can do by clicking on that link right there. My name is Lids. I'm hosting these RITE Nights, and my streaming schedule is weeknights, typically Wednesdays. We're doing Path of Exile 2. Then on Fridays, we're doing Mass Effect Andromeda multiplayer. Saturdays, Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. And then Sundays, especially this upcoming Sunday with the tournament, we're doing, obviously, Pyre. Then Lids Vids on YouTube as well, posting the VODs for those streams, so if you missed anything, you can catch that stuff there as well. Also, doing some Hades 2 videos straight to YouTube. In fact, we just finished our Hades 2 campaign quite recently, so you can check all that stuff out. Also doing some Path of Exile 2 build guide videos, the latest of which you can check out right there. But if you haven't done so yet already, then of course you can also hit the follow button to get notification for when I go live. Also at Lids Vids on Twitter. I post there when I go live as well. But actually, the best place to stay up to date on all things Lids is my Discord, which you can join by clicking on that link right there. But that's going to be it for me for tonight. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the stream. And I'll catch you next time for the Hoob Cup.